Good morning, good morning. Yeah, guys, my apologies this morning. I don't know what's up with the streaming software. I've never scheduled a stream before. So today I thought I would try it since we are starting a bit late. You can see I even had to do some Googling. So I got the stream scheduled come 9:30. I thought it would just go live automatically. Clearly not. So I had to start another stream. Like Shaker said, I got 2 streams going right now. I don't know what's gonna happen with the other one. Because I don't know how to unschedule it. Okay, Shaker, we'll talk afterwards, bro. Unless you wanna hop on Discord. But anyway, we here now. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, anyway. So overall, we are just in a range here on gold. Your daily yesterday closed bullish, so arguably looking for buys today. But with news later on, yeah, I'm on Discord now if you want to join. So we've got news later on which will decide the direction here. Right now, we are just in a range. Above 1757. Excuse me. Above 1757, this range moving up is not too bad. With our daily closing bullish, buys above here don't look too bad to me. It's about a 50 pip range. Other than that, between 1757 and 1748, this is a no trade range for me for now. Right. There's no point in forcing anything this morning if it's not clear. Later today we should get some really nice movement if everything is lining up. We've got news in New York session, we've got ADP, we've got GDP, we've got JOLTS job openings, and then tonight, this is going to hold the most weight. Jerome Powell is speaking this evening. So as I've been discussing, that should give us some insight into the December FOMC. Alright, so for now, gold is in a no trade range for me. We'll see how the hourly closes. If we can close above 1757, that setup is nice and clean, and I don't mind executing on bars right there. With GJ, alright, your daily closed bearish yesterday. We need to keep in mind some of these levels we're moving into. 165. We do look like we could continue moving down. Right now, still ranging. I was hoping to see this previous hourly candle close below 165, 560. Another issue I had this morning before even starting the stream is this 4-hour candle close with no bottom wick. We eventually did drive down quite nicely. Right, but we haven't really had a clean break of this support. Coming into London Open, if we break these lows right here, I could see a continuation to 165, 220. Potentially all the way into 165 flat. But at this point, we've got 20 minutes until London Open, so I will be waiting here for these candles to close.
Hey, how's it, brother? How are you?
What's up, Jared? Good and you, bro?
Always good. I think it was a wise decision to rather wait until London Open today.
Yeah, you know, like I said on the Discord, I don't want to waste everybody's time. If I'm not gonna be interested in taking anything, I'm not gonna sit here for 2 hours. So if London Open can bring some volume, then I may be willing to execute on something, but you know, I didn't really see anything. GJ did have quite a nice move down here pre-London, but like I say, your 4-hour close with no bottom wick. If you're looking on the 30-minute, right, we had that support right there. Sells below there also makes sense with that closure, but the 30-minute candle having no bottom wick overall in a range here, it's not the cleanest.
Oh no, I agree with that. Yeah. Just
So
everything's a bit choppy this morning.
yeah, I think everyone's wanting to see what old Jerome has to say, you know.
Yeah. Just we need to ask Miss Pelosi.
That old hag.
She's gonna get you cancelled.
For GJ, I did discuss that I was bullish on the weekly, but there were scenarios drawn out that we could have these deeper pullbacks into 166, even all the way into 164, 350, for instance. 165 is also a very key area, so it looks like we're going to test that area today. So for the time being, within this range, I'm not too interested. But if we can break back above 166,500, bars above there are looking pretty good. Obviously, for now, just going to play along with the momentum. As you can see, intraday time frames here we are moving bearish, but just need to be aware that we're moving into some of these higher time frame demand zones. Looking to the left, you can see this area and price is a pretty key area. What's up, Shaker?
Hello.
How's it going?
Nice, bro. What about you?
Good, good. Are you coming to tell us some SMC magic here?
Yesterday it worked out.
Hey?
Yesterday I told you, right?
Hey. What streaming software do you use? Streamlabs?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, both are the same company, right? OBS Studio and Streamlabs OBS.
Okay. So
OBS.
when it comes to scheduling your stream, is it not meant to
Yeah.
go live?
No, the thing with scheduling is whenever you create a new schedule, you have to copy that key and you have to paste it in the OBS every time you go live.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to speak about this later because I didn't see any key. What I did was
Okay, we can do it after the live.
just
It's
went
very easy, though.
schedule stream, pick a date. I don't know. You can explain to me later.
Yeah, later I'll explain. Not from
Okay.
here though.
Okay, thank you.
CEO Zender's asking, how do you know when to stay out of the market?
Okay, that's a very, very important thing to know. That's a good question. So this also depends on strategy, because if you're scalping lower time frames, you know, you could definitely make use of these kind of ranges. Alright, but personally I would like to stay out of these ranges, because you can see for a period of time there was no real clear direction within that range, unless of course you're building a picture on the higher time frames. We had, you know, this bullish structure, but let's not get too deep into that. Overall, ranging, the market is moving sideways. There's no clear direction. Alright, this price action here is choppy. So what I'm personally looking for when taking my trades is I'm looking for these nice clean candles to the left. So you'll notice the ranges that I've marked up here. Look at this. Alright. And if you're looking to the left, just hold on. If you're looking to the left, this range right here is also quite clean. So these are ranges that I would like to be taking trades in. So if we can break below the support, I'm anticipating us to have clear direction moving down to the next level of support. And if we break above resistance here, okay, I'm anticipating price to move up. But while we sit within this range, while price is sitting in this overall range here, we are moving sideways. You could be building a picture with the higher time frames, like the 4 hour for instance. That previous 4 hour had no bottom wick, but I mean it's still closed bearish. So you could have executed on sells within that range for sure. But right now we've come back down to the support, so it's clear that at this point in time price is moving sideways. And as traders, we are essentially making a bet on the direction of price. So if it goes up, we can make money. If it goes down, we can make money. But if it's moving sideways, then obviously you're going to have a very hard time, because we don't make money if price is moving sideways. So you want to wait for direction to be clear. If you are unsure on direction, stay out. You do not need to take a trade every day. I did also do a YouTube video on technical analysis, one I recently posted. You can have a look at that, see what I look for. And I did discuss in there, it is important to know when to not take trades. It's very important. Because trading, a big thing in trading is capital preservation. We need to preserve our capital. So if you are trying to trade unfavorable market conditions, like for instance this morning, right now we're in a range. So if you're trying to trade while price is in a range, you'll be fighting the markets. You'll be burning through your capital. You need to understand that in the long run, that is not going to work. You need to preserve your capital, and the best way to do that is to actually not be taking any trades at all. So wait for favorable market conditions, wait for clear direction, take advantage of these clean ranges for safer trades. And that's pretty much all I can say.
And also, just to add to that, if you are looking to stay out of a market, you can always set yourself things that you don't like. So for instance, higher time frame candles coming up or down without a bottom or top wick, low volume candles, direction that's not clear, news coming out, there's a whole bunch of things that you can set. Like you'll see this morning Connor said that the 4 hour is coming down without a bottom wick, you said, or top wick.
Bottom wick, yeah.
Bottom wick. So that's just one thing that you like, you know, I've seen it before, it doesn't really give anything, so I don't have to trade that. So yeah, it just comes down to your rules and what you have a look for in the market, and try find the trade that can't give you reasons to stay out of it.
Yeah, I like that. Put that on your Instagram the other day. I like that a lot.
Yeah. No, that's probably the best way to describe it.
I need to write that down somewhere actually. What? Say it again, Jared.
Let me just get exactly what I said. It was, as a trader, our job isn't to look for trades, it's to take the trades that give us no reason not to. No, wait, let me just get them. Let me just go look for that. Can you check your archive stories?
Yeah, you can. If you go to archive, and then there should be like a drop down arrow where you choose between archive posts and stories. Chat, why is my face looking so dark?
Trading isn't looking for entries about waiting for the entry you can't find a reason not to take. That's what it was.
Shee. Connor, I increased my lot size today after being winner and now all straight L's. My winning trade, I closed it because of drawdown panic, reduced lot size. Okay, don't simply reduce lot size, reduce the amount of trades you're taking. If you are ready to increase your lot size, alright, if your account was at that point where you realistically can increase your lot size without over risking, then there's no reason to downsize now. But you need to understand that yes, if you are moving to a bigger lot size, the numbers on the screen will move a little bit quicker, and that is going to play with your emotions. So you need to be realistic with yourself, and you know, most times you move up to a bigger lot, your first trade most probably will be a loss, because you are psychologically in an uncomfortable position now. You're not used to having this kind of risk on the table. So when you are moving to a bigger lot size, don't go and chase profits now, because then of course you're just going to find yourself digging yourself a hole. So if you've taken a loss, now that you've moved up a lot size, don't beat yourself up. Just simply walk away, come back tomorrow, try again. Don't overthink it. But it sounds like maybe you overtraded, started to make emotional decisions. So understand that it will invoke emotion when you up your lot size, but you need to control that emotion. You need to be disciplined enough to walk away after you've taken that loss. Because taking a loss is normal. Just because you upped your lot size, now you're feeling shit about it. But you don't need to. You just need to do what you would have done on any other day, which should be walking away.
And I think also what's super important when it comes to upping your lot is, I've also been a victim of this, is upping your lot too quickly. So people will literally go from a 0.10 to 0.50 to a 1 lot to a 2 lot to a 4 lot to an 8 lot. Where the better approach to that, in all honesty, is working out your lot based off of percentages. So they'll gradually increase over time, and you never have to feel like, oh shucks, here I'm literally handling double the amount of money today. And then either you lose and then you go back to your normal lot, and it takes you double the amount of time just to break even. So maybe if you are looking to up your lot, let's say you're working with, I don't know, $10,000, and 1% on a 10 pip move is a 1 lot. Now, when your account grows, increase your lot gradually. Don't just jump down to a 2 lot because you see, air quotes, an amazing opportunity. You just always have to take it slow and remember that upping lots, it doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can literally be, 1.1, 1.15, 1.2, and then gradually increase so that over time your account compounds if you are looking to start. Because when you're starting trading, you're not starting today and then looking to draw a salary at the end of the month, unfortunately. It's one of those things that you have to be like, okay, I'm going to grow this account, fund this account, put money into this account and grow it slowly over the next 6 months, a year. And then you can start looking at, taking away once you've got a decent amount. So just don't jump lots too quickly. That's probably one of the biggest points and how people play their accounts.
Yeah, you got to do things systematically. People say trade like a robot. The reality is As manual retail traders, we are human, okay? So that's why we need to put systems in place, and then it just simply comes down to having the discipline to follow those systems. So don't think, oh, today I can use a 1 lot, tomorrow I can use a 5 lot, and just jump around like that. Like Jared says, work out your lots based on your how much you're willing to risk percentage wise, and you know, like I was saying earlier on, when your account is ready to increase risk, then you can recalculate your lot size.
Yeah, but I've also in the past done that thing of using a 1 lot and then thinking, okay, cool, you know, here's an amazing opportunity. Let me use a 5 lot, and then I'm gonna have 5 times the amount of money. Where it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that at all.
And sometimes that trade where you put the 5 lot on, it will actually work out, but because you are now emotionally, psychologically hindered, you've taken a loss because your trade went in drawdown. You think, oh shit, like I'm gonna lose a shitload of money here. Whereas if you had your normal lot size, if you're using risk you were comfortable with, you would have probably let that trade play out. So you at the end of the day, you're just gonna feel even more shit. You know what I mean? I'm sure everyone in chat has had that. I've had that.
No, I think we all have that. I risked literally less than 1% of the amount, but it panicked me. Yeah, also another tip I guess you can do is stop looking at your P&L in the week. I only look at my profit and loss at the end of the week. Like once the markets are closed and everything. I don't know. Well, obviously I have an idea of how much money, you know, you're making based on your lots, but I don't sit there and like, okay, cool, I want to make $1,000 out of this trade. And then if it only goes to, let's say 980, then I'm like, okay, cool, I'm quickly going to scalp $20. No, you know, you must just,
Fuck.
You can't do that. You literally cannot do that.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it did. But I mean, as humans, we all want those like round numbers. Like I've also, you know, sat at the end of the day, you know, literally done trading, you know, you're sitting there at night, you're eating dinner, and you're like, you check your P&L and you're at, let's just say like random number, like $497. Then you're like, okay, cool, I'm quickly going to scalp $3, so I have an even 500. And then even if it goes your way and let's say you get to like 549, then you're like, yo, but 600 would be nice. And you're like, okay, I'll risk that $49 to get to 600. And then you fucking end up 2 o'clock in the morning still looking for trades, and now you're only at, you know, a small positive or even a negative. Then you're just like, okay, now I just want to get break even is what I want, let me not stress about it. So just have a look at your P&L, because money bothers me personally. I always like round numbers and shit, and since I've taken that away, my trading has improved like tenfold.
Yeah, you see, everyone's going to have their own psychological issues and triggers. So Jared struggles with like the round numbers, like he says. I've personally never struggled with that, but of course I've had my own issues. So now with what Jared was talking about, he's put systems in place to avoid that. And that's the thing, trading is very personal. So I couldn't tell you what is best to do for you. I can always just speak generally. And, you know, like I always say to people who are struggling, who are just having a very hard time, I say that trading is very psychological. It's a head game. And if you're having issues, if you've had consistency before, there was someone yesterday who was consistent for 2 years, he said, and then he started to lose. I said that, okay, well then it's clearly a psychological issue, so you need to go and do some self-reflection. And then whatever is triggering you to do whatever you're doing, you need to put systems in place to stop doing that. And one of the things I think I did say yesterday as well was 1 or 2 trades a day. Because if you can simply have the discipline to stick to taking 1 or 2 trades a day, you know that you will never overtrade. And if you can stop over trading, you'll probably stop over risking. You'll probably start to take better or higher quality setups. You'll develop more patience. And yeah, that's just a snowball effect. Chad asked me, do I think price will go to 166,380 and melt? I don't know where you get this level from, not gonna lie. I don't know, maybe. Probably not, maybe.
Common thing for a redhead.
You redheads like round numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long have you been trading? This morning, 28 minutes.
What the hell, Jared? I've been trading for about 3 years now.
We're almost a 30-minute candle older when it comes to trading this morning.
I actually need to think about this because I don't know when I first started looking at trading. It was either December 2018.
Connor, you're a year older than me.
No, we're the same age. 16, right?
So did you start right after high school?
Yeah. Bro, how is school so long ago?
Jeez. Yeah, next year it's literally going to be 5 years. Yeah.
You know what? I can't even remember if I started immediately after high school, but then I took a break because I went overseas for a bit and did a whole lot of shit in 2019, like odd jobs, working at Debs. And then I remember when I was at Debonair's in 2019, I was trading. I must go back and have a look. I'm sure I have screenshots from like my first trades. London Open, Oaks, nothing. Fuck all.
And I'm still not sold on gold buys. I have to get above 1758 or 1760. What is it? 64.
Yeah, I'm definitely not taking buys here until we break above or close above 1757 400, 1757 500. And then I'm looking to ride it up to 1760, and then that'll probably be my break-even point.
Yeah.
See if I can take TPs at the top of this range. Other than that, I really don't care what's going to happen after that, because I know that later in the day we have news and so on and so on. When did things start making sense? Honestly, when I started to keep it simple. So I suppose this is where I have to give credit to Roger Banks. As you guys know, whoever has watched Roger Banks before, I would say that we trade quite similar. And if he ever comes across any of my streams, he will probably say that I'm copying him. But this is what resonated with me. Just price action, simple lines on a chart, support, resistance, waiting for candles to close, sometimes impulse entries, but overall, you know, very clean, simple, and that's when things started to make sense. Is when I actually just simplified everything, because I did have all the indicators. And I think there was a point where I maybe had like 3 moving averages. I had RSI, I had a MACD, I had a Bollinger Bands.
Ichimoku Kokuhu.
No, that's pushing it. I hated the Bollinger Bands. I liked the moving averages instead. And the MACD, I don't even know why I kept that indicator on for so long, because it never made sense to me. Adrian says, the moment you keep your trading simple, everything falls in line. And this is actually something I was speaking about yesterday as well. Strategy doesn't really matter in trading. You can have the best strategy that's proven to be extremely profitable, but if you yourself are not right in the head, you're not going to make money. So it's better to just keep the strategy simple, get that out of the way, stop focusing on strategy, and get your mind right. So if you do keep your strategy simple, you have more time to focus on, like I say, getting your mindset right. And obviously, sorry Joe, obviously through journaling, you know, as markets change and adapt, you can always optimize your system, but you shouldn't really be adding too much to your system or strategy. Yeah, Joe?
But also, just to go back to trading like other traders, there's no like one creative everything. I think everybody has taken a little bit from everybody. Like, I know I use some concepts from Roger. Connor's taught me a lot of things that I've never seen before. Todd Capital Group. There's a whole bunch of traders that I've taken little pieces from. Controller FX. So I don't know. I don't necessarily think you trade like one trader. You know, you just take things that make sense to you and that work for you. Because, like I've said to Connor in the past, we could take the same trade, exact same price, stop loss, take profit, but manage it differently and always walk away with a different outcome. So I don't know. It comes down to, you know, what resonates with you, and then that ends up being how you trade.
Yeah, that's very true. Take bits and pieces from here and there and build something that suits you. But find someone whose style and strategy resonates with you and build onto that. Go and experiment with it yourself. Journal. It's a ongoing process. You just need to keep working at it.
The difference I see between you and Roger in managing risk has everybody has their own trading style as well as managing risk. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I would say I watched Don streams earlier this year. I've stopped watching anybody else's stream, but I was watching Don's stream, and Don has really made it like a system. He has his playbook and he's very patient, waiting for his trades to come to him. Whereas Roger can still manage to put in like numerous trades in a day. Whereas Don will be very specific for what he's looking for, and he'll take less trades because, like I say, he's waiting for those setups. Like for instance today, alright, I'm only wanting to take advantage of these clean ranges here, so I'm also going to be very calculated and patient today. So that kind of is reminiscent of Don, but at the same time I think I can adapt a bit more. So when it comes to news, for instance, I can be a little bit more adaptive rather than waiting for a closure. If I know what I'm looking for, I will execute on that with confidence. Whereas Don will miss a 200 pip move waiting for a closure. And then Roger manages risk very aggressively, which is good. Obviously, you can see the proof is in the pudding, and I'm not knocking either of them. Their shit works for them. And whether they bump heads or not, it's working for them both. And Don is a little bit not hesitant, but he's not managing risk as aggressively. So I'd say I'm somewhere in between. If I can see prices breaking structure, I will. If it's going against me breaking structure, I will close 50% or 75%. If candles are closing against my direction, I will close out positions. So you know, I've just taken a bit from here and there and mashed it up all together. Call it a hybrid, yo.
Yeah, if Roger Banks and Donber had a child. As well, because God could be so
He would not be
understanding and
white, that's
chill.
all I'm saying.
You could be so understanding and chill and answer everything, and then other days you're just like,
Fuck, that's actually true.
yeah.
I'm not comparing myself with anything either. You know, we all our own individual traders at the end of the day. And I don't see these guys as competition or anything. And you
Like Connor Abrams, nothing else.
thank you, DJ. And you guys also shouldn't compare yourself to anyone in trading, because the people you see on Instagram posting big profits, whether they're real or not, are most probably at a different part in their journey. So if today you're making 10 cents on a trade, on your 10 pips you secured, and you're feeling like this is hopeless, then you need to actually zoom out and look long term. Give yourself 5 years, because those 10 pips are going to turn from 10 cents into $10,000. Suhana, Bausal is not, now's not the time, bro. I'm having a DMC with chat here, okay?
Yeah.
My god. You versus you, 100%.
It came out of nowhere, Barcel. That's a stream hopper, this one. He wasn't listening to anything, he just wanted to try.
He's just stopping through the streams. So someone doesn't give him an answer, next stream.
Yeah.
Shaker said, I'm the confused kid who grasps half from Raja, half from Don, so it's basically a hybrid mixture. You know who I also learned a lot from, who the one day I saw Raja and Capital Hungry laying into on Twitter, was RoxFX. Man, RoxFX,
Disappeared, eh?
I never questioned the credibility of that guy, because the way he explained stuff was so brilliant. I never gave a fuck if he was making money or not. The things he was teaching were amazing. I just loved the way he spoke about market structure, and the way he broke it down was always so simple. But at the end of the day, he never really showed anything for it. And that's what these guys were bashing him for. But I thought Rox was brilliant. I learned a lot from Rox FX on YouTube.
Has he disappeared? Where is he?
I'm sure he's still around.
I remember I used to watch his streams.
Streams?
Yeah, he used to stream as well. But he would, like, let's say somebody would say something that he didn't agree with or bash him or something like that. Yup, the man would get angry. He would literally...
Who, Rox?
Yeah, dude. He would get so angry. And I was just like, yeah. I was like, yo, dude, that's quite rough, eh?
What? I always thought he was a chilled guy.
No, but he could get so angry. I'm not saying he was always, but he could get so angry. And then he just lose it, dude. And I was just like, yo.
I didn't even know Rox streamed. I just watched his, like, educational stuff on YouTube. RoxFX Academy. Guys, I've never paid for any academy. I've never been part of any membership of any sort. I've paid for signals. I've done that. The one course I bought was... Guys, don't hate me for this, but I bought FPK's course. And then... Thank God I did, because I told myself at that point, okay, I'm never going to buy anyone else's course again. There's a whole lot of information on the internet for free.
But I also see if... Okay, I've got two minds about courses, right? I think they can help you fast track. And if you honestly do have the money to fast track yourself, cool, then, you know, go for it. and it's also supporting the trader that comes out, because it's an awesome income stream for the person selling it. But also, you can't just buy everybody's course. You like, you know what I say? It's
Yeah.
there's like, I know. Okay, I'm not gonna name names, but I know a lot of Forex courses. There was one guy.
Call
that
them out,
used
Jared. Call them out. Calling everybody out today.
But he would somehow get the version online, and then he used to email them to me.
Guys, we're playing Guess the Trader.
Yeah, and I was always like, dude, I don't know, I don't want to go check this. Then he's like, no, go check it. And I'm like, hey man, what the hell is this? This is literally Baby Prips rebranded. Like, some of the stuff was full on copy and pasted. And I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, that's kind of sus, eh? But if you buy a course, I think you should buy a course in a community where it offers more. Because I don't think buying a course is, okay, cool, I'm going to buy this course and I'm profitable. I think you need updates, you need somebody there with you, you need somebody who streams that can answer your questions, a Discord community. Because it's like, you know, that one guy that advertises everywhere, Transparent FX.
Oh, fuck that guy, man.
Dude, he literally does analysis on every pair. I'm talking like, this oak will drop 20 analysis videos, and then he only ever posts his learner success.
Bro,
Yeah, I've
that
never
oak
seen
pops
posts a
up
lot.
everywhere. I just want to casually watch a YouTube video. Are you guys interested in Forex trading? You should... Fuck. Shut up. Fuck.
Dude, yeah, that guy posts everywhere. So I don't know about that, dude. I'm not about buying that guy's analysis, and he sends you 50 analysis things a day, and then the one that turns out, he's like, yo, remember I spoke about that. Okay, but did you capitalize? But that's not the point. Yes, it is. This is back in trade. Yeah. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, no, Forex industry is very scammy. If you guys do want a course, I found this website, Monster Money Trading. You should go have a look. But anyway, on a serious note, if you are interested in buying a course or signals, the best way to approach it is don't rush into it. Okay, you're going to find this person on Instagram or wherever it may be. So follow them there, follow them on Instagram or YouTube for a bit, see what they're doing, and ask yourself some questions. Okay, is this guy interested in my success, or is he just trying to draw me in to sell something? Is there any transparency or credibility, or are they just posting cars and money? And are they showing a bit of their trading style? Do you think that resonates with you? You know, just observe for a little bit. Don't just hop into buying a course. That's what I did. And you know what? Like I say, after that I said I will never buy a course again. I have made a course, and I have my reasons for that. I want to help people. So the thing is, I send baby pips to someone, and you know what, they never come back. So I'm tired of suggesting baby pips to people. It is free and I always will suggest it. But at the same time, if you guys are really interested, I've made a course where I've basically streamlined baby pips. I did no copy paste or anything, but it is the basics, it is a foundation, and it's very different to baby pips. This is all from my own head, and let's see if I can just access what's in here. So I made a Forex dictionary. That alone took me like a week to make, because I had to type out these words. I had to type out my own definitions because I didn't want to copy paste. What is Forex trading and what to expect? No nonsense answers in there. And then there's videos on technical analysis in there. Fundamentals. I would actually like to update this section, since I've had a shift in perspective on fundamentals since I've done this course. Trading sessions, information on trading sessions, different trading styles, the routine of a successful trader, and these are just little things that I've chucked in there so you guys get an understanding for what trading is really about. Because I talk about it all the time. Guys come into trading obviously wanting money, but there's a lot more to trading success. Okay, you need to develop the habits and mindset of a successful trader in order to find success in trading. Brokers, discuss brokers, or all of that. MetaTrader crash course, so linking your broker account to MetaTrader and how to execute on trades, and then last but not least, how to avoid trading scams. So very simple, streamlined. The idea is if you go through all of this stuff, you should be able to go and place trades the next day. You should be able to start marking up a chart. You should understand the lingo. So you go read through the Forex dictionary and then you come onto the live stream, you're going to understand what I'm saying. Because I know a lot of new people come on here and they leave because they're confused. But anyway, guys, enough of that. Nothing is really happening here.
Yeah, I was having a look at gold now, tapping into that resistance area, and I thought, this doesn't look too bad. But the thing that I'm not liking is the 4 hour. You check how bullish the 4 hour is. That to me just doesn't shout sell.
Yeah, no, I'm not really interested in sells just yet. If we can dig deeper into 1726, or even it's gonna be tricky to say with news later on, but if we could even get a move back up into these highs at 1780 and then get Jerome Powell coming out hawkish, you could look for some high time frame sells of like 1780.
And I think also yesterday with that support being respected at 1748, that to me is gold. That to me is, we need to break through there before we go back into our sell bias.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't marked this up, but buys above 1757 and sells below 1748. That's what I'm looking for today. So yeah, I agree with that.
Like a snook.
I saw that. Fucking tell me about it.
Adrian's on fire this morning. Yeah. How about Uncle Ted's free knowledge all over YouTube?
Uncle Ted is great, man. He's got some great advice. He's a no bullshit kind of guy. So if you ever hear him, speaking, some of the stuff might come off wrong, but basically you just need to grow up and actually listen to what he's saying, because he's got your best interest at heart. He wants you guys to win as well. But he can come off a bit harsh sometimes. But what he has to say is very, very valuable. I mean, fuck, it's Uncle Ted.
I feel like anybody with Uncle in their name is just, if you're known as Uncle, like Uncle Connor, then to the masses,
Man,
then you know
is
you're doing
goated.
something right. So, yeah.
I'm changing my name to Uncle Connor.
Uncle Connor.
Yeah.
It's much better if you keep like Grandpa Connor.
Grandpa. Yeah, that's the ultimate sign of wisdom.
Where is Nico today?
He's got a couple things yesterday.
Yeah. So, Carl asked how long should it take to get through the course.
Yeah, I wanna ask that too. How long does it take to finish the course?
The thing is, you could sit down and read through the course in a day, but in order to take in all the information, I'd say maybe like 2 weeks. And I think there's like 2 hours of video here. Yeah, there's four lessons, each there's 20 minutes. See, there's some very basic stuff in here, of course. It's for anyone starting out, but there's also yeah, I don't show you guys too much. Go find out for yourself. DXY, I like that we're trading back above 106. Your daily closed bullish yesterday. Technically speaking, we could be setting up for dollar bars, so sells on gold. Gold is also you know, we're just ranging in this area, but we've had this deep pullback into some very important areas. 1780, and we're still respecting 1780. So very interesting to see how these things are all lining up with Jerome Powell speaking later today. You can also see right here, okay, this area and price that we're trading at right now, if I'm not mistaken, this moved down right here. This was the Jackson Hole speech in August, and we are trading right at this price area now before Jerome Powell speaks again today. Just very, very interesting. Roger Banks.
Roger.
Jared, didn't you call him Roger Banks?
Isn't it Roger Banks?
Nah,
Or Raja?
it's Roger.
Fuck. Don't put me in this.
NAS 100. I always say you guys can send a chart, but look, I mean, markets are dead. So let's just have a look here at NAS 100 quick. Overall still bearish. Just looking at the structure, looks like we formed a nice like double bottom here on the daily. You had support that we've broken below. I mean, US equities are going to have the same effect as gold if the Fed comes out hawkish tonight. So if Jerome Powell is very hawkish, if he comes down hard on inflation, we should see gold bearish, as well as equities, because when it comes to increasing of rates, we've seen that correlation throughout the year with gold and US equities. Now NAS 100 here looks like we're setting up to sell off later in the day. We've got that daily closure below support. Weekly was kind of just ranging. We had that pullback, resistance formed. Let's have a look at US 30. US 30 still at a very key area of interest. We had that strong bearish reaction from that area already.
Shaker.
I was wondering, Jared, what's going on?
That's not me.
So it looks like we've started to break out of some of this bullish structure here on US 30. Right now you can see just very low volume as we are anticipating the speech later tonight, which shows that it's holding on a lot of weight. I mean, you can see just there's no volume here on US 30 right now. And gold, kind of same story.
I think to sum up the markets today, they fucking suck, eh?
But it's as expected. This is why I started stream late, and there's nothing to really do here. So let's actually just discuss quickly and just go over it one more time. We have Jerome Powell speaking tonight. Alright. The focus throughout the year has been taming inflation. So you've seen the Federal Reserve increasing interest rates, and we've seen that bring a lot of strength to the dollar. So you've seen gold bearish throughout the year here. Alright. Now, what happened was the other day we had an improved CPI. So with that improved CPI reading, right, we had this strong move up on gold. Because this brought hopes that the Fed would pivot, that the Fed would slow down the increasing of interest rates, or that they would potentially pause. So what we would like to see in order to get back into these higher time frame sells here on gold would be to see a very hawkish Jerome Powell tonight. Meaning, like I say, he comes down hard on inflation and he basically destroys any hopes that the Fed will pivot. He needs to tell us that, okay, or give us some indication that at the December FOMC they will continue to raise rates. If that's the case, we could see these higher time frame sells come back into play on gold. If not, we could see further pullback or further ranging. But overall, if we go and have a look at the dollar index, because I know some people are looking at gold like this may be a reversal. If we look at the dollar index on the monthly, so if we're just getting a higher time frame perspective here, since it is the end of the year, you know, we need to zoom out and have a look at what's going on here. We've had this super strong move up on gold for the last like 18 months. Alright. We had this break above a very key area of resistance, and it's very normal to see pullbacks in price. If we're looking to the left, there's still range to move up here on the monthly. We're still respecting bullish structure. So we could easily just be having this pullback for the end of the year, and then, you know, maybe December we do get a rate hike slowdown. But with increased spending, so for Black Friday we had record spending basically. So with that, we'll probably see an increased CPI, which means that inflation is still a problem. So as we're setting up for next year, we could drive down into, you know, this previous resistance at like 102 on the dollar index, and then still go all the way back up to 120. And on gold, if we zoom out, what that may look like is, you know, some slightly further pullback into 1800. Resistance formed on the monthly, maybe some further ranging until the Fed comes out extremely hawkish, and then we see this continuation down. If we look at these bull runs in the past on the dollar index, they can last for months. So this period right here, they were also increasing interest rates, exactly what we're going through right now. And it's normal to see these pullbacks. There was a period of 4 months where we were bearish or pulling back on the dollar, and then we just continued moving bullish. This was for a period of years. And they've still got a long way to go to tame inflation. So I don't think that we're going to slow down with dollar strength. We're just seeing pullbacks right now. And eventually we will jump back into these sells here on gold. So whether that comes now with Jerome today, or December FOMC, or next year, we just need to stay adaptive it is the end of the year and anything can happen. But like I say, in preparation for the speech tonight, like I say, if he comes out very hawkish, we would be looking for sells. If it's mixed, if his speech is mixed or neutral, or if he's more dovish, so more dovish is if you were to say that, okay, they're planning to slow down the increasing of rates, then we could definitely see some dollar strength and a move back up into 1800. So just be aware of that. And we've also got a lot of USD news this week still to come, core PCE and NFP. If we could get a hawkish Fed and good US data for the rest of the week, sales are going to play out really nicely. If not Thursday, Friday, then definitely next week. What do I think about inflation? It's a pretty scary thing. If you look at how quickly inflation can get out of hand, it's extremely scary. That's why the Fed is fighting so hard to bring inflation down. The increasing rates, which in turn will slow down the economy, will further exacerbate the debt crisis. Alright, but those things are minor in comparison to hyperinflation. So the focus is on fighting inflation. Go and have a look at history, how quickly things can get out of hand. In Germany, in the 1920s, I think it was, it's quite scary how quickly things can get out of hand. I think a loaf of bread in Germany within a year went from 20 Dutch mark, something like that, to like 200 billion within a year.
$200 billion.
I'm not joking, bro.
What? What the fuck?
I think it was 1920.
Yeah.
1920s, yeah, after World War One.
Look, so.
Maybe not 200 billion. Here we go. (1921 to 1924) hyperinflation. A loaf of bread cost 163 marks. In 1922, 163 marks. By September 1923, the price called up to 1.5 million, and then 2 months later it was at 200 billion. Holy shit.
That's sus.
So now you know what I think of inflation. It's pretty scary. That's why the central banks need to get this under control. That's why we see them increasing rates, to avoid this.
What happened?
No, we're just talking about inflation.
How this morning go?
No trades. Market's pretty slow.
You finished now for the day?
Yeah, I was just basically summing up what to keep an eye out for tonight and the rest of the week. But there's nothing for me here today.
What are you gonna do now? Do you want to do something?
I want to go to gym quick,
Now.
and then I have an appointment later this afternoon. I'll chat to you on WhatsApp.
Okay, well, are you gonna end the stream now?
Yeah, let me just finish up here and then I'll chat to you on WhatsApp or call you.
Okay, just give me a call. Because I just finished up with the doctors now. So
Okay.
I don't want to go back home. So if you're gonna do something, just tell me when you're done now.
Okay,
I'll wait
cool.
here.
Cool.
Sure.
Sure, cheers. Someone asked, Connor, please share with me how you passed your funded program. Ever since I applied for mine 3 months ago, I've never passed.
3 months, bro.
I take these trades here on stream. That's I'm not gonna lie to you.
Advertising.
It benefits me nothing for you to come and watch the stream, but these are the trades I take. I don't even trade New York session. I've stopped trading New York session now for some time. So, how did I pass the challenge? I did it in front of your eyes. But anyway, chat, take it easy.
If it's easy, take it home. I'm joking. Sicknesses, don't do it.
Stay dangerous.
Stay-
Cheers, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Cheers, chat.
This is true, man.
Cheers, cheers.
Acting like I've been here the whole
Wait,
time.
is there a stream tonight, Con?
No, most probably not.
Just Wayne asked, so I assumed.
I will have a look how things are lining up, but I don't think so. It's past my bedtime.
Jeez. Guys, I got my rating up on chess, eh?
What is it now?
152.
I was playing chess, but my rating was over 400. Playing chess day before, went in for my R. Fucking called me before the game was like halfway. I was like, fuck. And it's like, lose it. So,
DJ, what's your name on chess.com? Because I got a few invites yesterday, but I didn't know who was who.
Con, remember your stream, eh?
No, I'm not.
You are. The stream ended.
No, I didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm still live. I just saw DJ ask something, so I'm still on here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, DJ, send me a message on chess. Cheers.